Hi everyone, I'm right now in the home of Alma Florada and Isabel Campoy, companions, partners, collaborators in love and literature, and it's a real honor being here. And today's a really special day. You can see this, their home is full of art and warmth and love. And here's the beautiful Isabel Campoy, and she's sitting beneath the water that's just dripping inspiration into her. We're doing a very spontaneous interview here because it turns out I've arrived on a special day, which is the day that her latest book has just arrived in her hot little hands. And there's lots of, wonderful sort of synchronicity things happening with this book. One of the main characters, her name is Mira, like me. It's illustrated by Rafael Lopez, and it's actually a story about Rafael Lopez. And Rafael Lopez is someone that we honor with our illustration course scholarships because he's just such an exquisite man. So I put Isabel on the spot here, and Isabel is just a force of nature, incredibly hardworking, both she and Alma Flor. And in fact, she's done over 176 children's books, which is pretty astounding. It's been a long career, which you wouldn't know to look at her. And so, Isabel, will you show us your latest picture book? It's very exciting.
Ta-ta! Of course, this is the birth of maybe something beautiful. And it's born today, the 12th of April, and we have worked on this, as you very well know, Mira, is something that you work for years and years. I think this is the 6th year since we presented the book to Houghton Mifflin, and here it is. HMH published it, and today it's its birth.
So can you tell us a little about the book?
Mira is the protagonist. You are the protagonist of this book. I loved your name because in Spanish, Mira means look. And you, authors, illustrators, artists, people with sensibility, you look around and then you translate everything into words, images that transcend towards providing beauty to the world. And that is exactly what Mira does. She looks around and sees that her neighborhood is dark and full of not very pleasant circumstances, of people around, sad, looking to the floor, not finding the beauty of life. And she feels in her heart that there are colors and images and beautiful things that she wants to draw. And so she draws little things in little papers, and when she comes out of her house, she hands all those little drawings to the people that she finds here, there. So she gives a little sun to Mr. Lopez and a little flower or an apple to the fruit seller, and even a heart to the policeman. And then she put a bright sun in one of the walls of the neighborhood. And the next day, she finds that there is a man looking very attentively to the wall and to the sun that she has fixed on the wall. And he's looking at it, and she says, "What are you looking at?" And he says, "Maybe something beautiful." And that is where the relationship between Mira and the artist starts. And the man asks her, "Who are you?" And she says, "I am an artist." "Oh, well, I am an artist too, so here is a brush, let's paint the walls." And that is when they together begin this wonderful, marvelous adventure of calling the people in the neighborhood and calling them to come and join them with color and with enthusiasm, and they put some music, and then the cha-cha, and the sax is beginning to sound, and while they dance, they paint, children, women, mothers, everyone is collaborating into this, and the walls begin to change until somebody comes, and she is very worried because the man looks very serious, and he says, "What are you doing?" And she says, "Painting." And he said, "May I join you?" And she gave him a brush, and then even the policeman started to paint with all of them. And the thing is that this is, I will show you the beginning the pages of this, a neighborhood in which the only light came from the heart of Mira in that room that you can see there, her light. But thanks to the enthusiasm of the whole community, this is what happens at the end. And the issue here is that this is Rafael Lopez and Candice Lopez's story. This is exactly what they did in a neighborhood in San Diego. And now that neighborhood is called the Urban Art Trail. And there are poems in the floors, and there are flowers around the trees, and there are murals on the walls, and even the electric boxes are painted. And thanks to that huge effort of both Candice and Rafael to put together a neighborhood that got united through painting, through art, into creating a new transformation. And we are so happy because it's a true example. It's something that can be done, and it's something that if we all take that little change, that small little transformation that each and every one of us can do, we can do wonders. It's only in our heart that we need to believe that we matter, and then we can go from prose to poetry.
Beautiful. And you can see Isabel's passion. This is just one book, and it's a beautiful book, and I'm lucky enough to get an autographed copy today, which is super awesome. This is what children's literature is about. It's shining light on different stories, on beauty, on joy, on heartbreak, on all sorts of things that are part of the human condition, and how we can make a better world by coming together, helping each other, by transformation through creativity, and by empowering others and building community.
Embracing difference, embracing the community. And my co-author, Teresa Howell, saw this story. And then we both realized that there were many stories. There were layers and layers and layers of things that we had to tell. But of course, in a children's book, there aren't very many pages. So
in a picture book.
Yeah, in a picture book. So we have written with a wonderful consulting of Silvia Dorta Duque de Reyes, my dearest friend, an author's guide that is wonderful, because then we see the art and the literature and the words and the possibilities at many levels.
Can people find that on your website?
Yes, there is a website that we are creating with the wonderful help of my niece Altea Ortiz, that is over there working as we speak.
Okay, gang, hold on one sec. I'm going to scan over.
Okay, say hi.
Oh, okay. Sorry if it's a bit bumpy. You can see some of the awesome art. And here's Altea.
Nice meeting you.
Is that fun or what?
Yes.
I hope I did that slowly enough.
She is the soul of media. And, I ask her the most incredible questions. If I touch here, will everything disappear? And she say, no, Isabel, you're okay. I don't trust myself with technology, but she is giving me the confidence that...
Well, because she's younger and it's native, you know, she grew up with that stuff. I just have Aquarius rising, which gives me a weird love of technology, so I'm very comfy with it myself. But most people our generation are not. So anyway, I just want to, after that little aside, I want to thank you, Isabel Campoy. Your website is isabelcampoy.com, and the new website that you're making for maybe something beautiful.
.com.
.com.
Yes.
Hey, thank you.
Mira, thank you so much.
This was fun, wasn't it? Bye.
Bye.